Hey guys, it's Thursday night. Welcome to the Sassy Keto Nurse Check-In Live. I'm going to share this to other pages and to my group and just wait for a few folks to get on. I want to hear about how everybody's day's going. Mine has actually gone really good today. Except for this morning. This morning was a rough start. Teenage drama, isn't it fun? Oh goodness, we've already got people on. Say hey and where you're from, please, so that I know what kind of reach we've got. I'm very excited tonight. We haven't had a whole lot of check-ins. Hey Carla. Hey Ruth. We haven't had a whole lot of check-ins today, but hey Lynn. But the check-ins we've had have been great. Make sure that you share the live so that other people can come on and see what's going on. For anyone that's watching the replay that does not know me, my name is Melissa English. I am a licensed practical nurse in the state of Georgia. I started keto in July of 2017. I've lost about 82 pounds, come off every medication I was on. Hey Jennifer, I have conquered anxiety, depression, and obesity. I still have a long way to go. But in March of last year, 2018, I decided that I wanted to help other people start this journey and guide them through their journey in order to help them. Hey, Brittany. And help them through their journey so that they didn't have as rough a time as I did in the beginning. When I first started, keto was not as popular as it is now. It's becoming quite mainstream now, and there's a lot of stuff out there that will lead you in the wrong direction if you're not careful. So that's how Sassy Keto Nurse got started, and these lives started out this month as just part of a transparency and check-in challenge that I'm doing in my group. That was a 31-day challenge. It was check in every single day, hold each other accountable, support each other, and encourage each other. And it's turned into so much more. I've had so many people that have come to the page and to the group and have contacted me to get started on keto and ask questions and learn. And so I decided that I was going to start sharing these publicly. And so my check-in every evening is a public live. I will be doing them every night during the month of January, and then I'll go back to once a week in February. But if anyone's here that is not a part of the group or a part of the page, you are welcome here. I am excited to have you here. So that's for everybody on the replay. Now, for everybody that's here that is part of the challenge, today was the first day of the second half of the month. And I don't know how you guys did. I did great today. I was surprised because my day started out pretty rough. I woke up late, which when I say late, I mean late. Hey, Johnny. I was late. I was late to work today. And so I didn't have time to fix my coffee or anything. I literally rolled out of bed, sent a text to my patient's parent, and said, I'm on my way. Give me 20 minutes. Hey, Haley. And threw my scrubs on and ran out the door. I had no coffee, I had no food, so I had to stop and get something for this morning to hold me over, and because I was actually hungry this morning. So I stopped, and this is not something I recommend, but in a pinch, you do what you have to do, I guess. I got the fully loaded sandwich at Burger King without the bread. Lynn, all the check-ins will be on the check-in page. That is just for the check-in participants. if you hit the check-in button, it will go on your timeline. But if you just post in the challenge, it will only be in the challenge. Hey, Stephanie. I love you too, Haley. Haley's my cousin too, y'all. But, so, I stopped and got that, and then, of course, I had my water. And so, I ate the meat and cheese and egg from the crust sandwich and had water all day. And I'll be honest, I was hungry when I got home, which is why y'all saw the picture of my New York strip steak. Now, it's super fast to make that, so less than 15 minutes. Indianapolis or Indiana? Just Indiana? But either way, I came in, I fixed me that strip steak. I had 2 tablespoons of ranch dressing with that, or ranch dip, my ranch dip, my homemade ranch dip. And now I feel much better. Now I'm nice and full, and I won't eat anything else till tomorrow. So today I had some questions about total carbs versus net carbs, because a lot of people that are just starting out and just starting to use their trackers, I had more than one person today contact me and were like, oh my gosh, this is all I've had to eat today, but I'm already over my carb limit. But they had had an avocado, or they had tomatoes, or starchy veggies. Not really starchy, but I mean, there were keto friendly veggies, but they all have carbs. Vegetables have carbohydrates, y'all. And that is why I use net carbs, but I only use net carbs with vegetables. I try my very best not to buy anything that is packaged or pre-made. If I do, I use total carbs on anything like that. But as far as vegetables go, I use net carbs. Now, the difference between the two is, let's take an avocado, for example, okay? I'm going to go, and this is the easiest way to do it, I'm going to go to the USDA food database. And I just Google USDA nutrition database, okay? When that pops up, it's like NDB, NAL, USDA Gov. At the top of it, you're going to see a little red warning that says, due to a lapse in federal funding, the USDA website's not being actively updated. All right, y'all, vegetables have been around a long time, so the carb counts on those are going to be fine. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. Go to food search. Well, it's not doing anything. There it goes. All right, and put in medium avocado. Okay, it's going to pop up 1,000 different, because in the USDA website, in their database, is every avocado. It's got all of the UPC codes from everywhere that sells avocados. So you pick an avocado, okay, just a plain old avocado. And let's see, there's dip and Asiago and this, that, and the other. I'm going to take medium off of that and just put avocado. So you're just going to go in there and look up. Actually, they don't. The truth is that if it is fiber that is insoluble fiber, it does not affect your blood sugar, actually. But because that would limit any diabetic from ever being able to eat avocados. Because an avocado, I'm having a terrible time for this to pull up. Hass avocado. A Hass avocado has 10 grams of carbohydrate in 100 grams. All right? But 6.7 grams of that is fiber. So that leaves you with 3.3 net carbs. If you're going to do total carbs, and that's fine if you want to do total carbs, you can do that. That is a decision made by each and every person. If you're doing total carbs, I would stick under 50, not 20. Now, a lot of other places say 20 carbs total, no matter what. But honestly, if you had 100 grams of avocado, which is not even a full avocado, that's pretty much all you could have all day as far as carbs go. You couldn't have any broccoli. You couldn't have a tomato. If you were eating a salad, I mean, one salad would be way over 20 grams total. So, I mean, it's up to you. I would do, if I'm doing total, I would do under 50 if I was doing everything total. And that's the way that it's taught in the heal clinics, under 50. And then you can drop it to 40 and see how you tolerate that, and that with the total carbs. But I do net carbs just with vegetables. Any other vegetable that you wanted to do, I mean, it's the same thing each time. You pull up, and I mean, you can just do it in your MyFitnessPal if you want to. This is annoying me. Since they've got this other mess on here, it's not working. Here's the thing. Okay. I don't want that to sound like I'm saying you shouldn't do total. A lot of doctors will tell you to eat the SAD diet too. And the American Diabetes Association will tell you to eat whole grains. So, this is just me. And the way I've done it and how I've been successful, okay? With the fiber in vegetables, that digests super, super slow, if it digests at all. There are some fibers that are insoluble fiber. They do not digest. They don't, it literally is just excreted. So, because it doesn't spike your insulin, then it doesn't cause a glucose spike either. It's very hard to explain without explaining how the hormones work and how every different kind of fiber works, but just to be safe, then you could do total and just stay under 50. So that's my spiel on that. Now, my other thing that I wanted to talk about tonight was eating to your BMR. Now, some people don't even know what their BMR is. If you don't, please contact me and I will tell you how to figure out your BMR. That is your basal metabolic rate, which is the amount of calories that you need to intake each and every day just for basic metabolic function. That's breathing, digestion, cardiac function, brain function, kidney function, all those things. Your BMR is absolutely a must. Hey, Kaylee, you must eat enough calories to reach your BMR. Because if you don't, then you're going to cause further metabolic damage in your body and possible damage to your thyroid, which then affects all of your hormones. Now, when we talk about hormones, the hormones most affected by the ketogenic lifestyle are insulin. And insulin, of course, is the hormone that shuttles glucose into the cells to be used for energy. It takes the sugar out of the bloodstream and shuttles it into the cells. The aim in the ketogenic lifestyle is to keep insulin as low as possible and to spike as least possible during the day. So that's the reason that intermittent fasting and extended fasting is used, is to keep those insulin levels low and to avoid an insulin spike. When we say something breaks a fast, I'm not talking about a 3 or 4 day fast, y'all. When you're just starting, you're not going to be ready to do those kind of things. I'm not ready to do those kind of things, but that's a mental block for me. I could probably easily go 72 to 96 hours without eating, and it probably wouldn't bother me a bit. It's just a mental thing. But you are naturally going to intermittent fast. Number one, every night when you finish eating your last meal and you go to bed and sleep, until you take calories in again, until you intake something that is going to cause an insulin reaction, you are fasting. That is the definition of fasting, is when you are not taking in any calories and your body is using the reserves that it has. Now, Dr. Jason Fung, he wrote an incredible book, and now I've got that other stuff on my mind, and I'm just, ooh. I want to make sure that I say it right, because you have to get The Complete Guide to Fasting with Jimmy Moore and Jason Fung. And in there he says that until you hit that 16-hour mark, then you're not really getting the biggest benefits. Well, 16 hours is not that hard to do, because you sleep 6 to 8, and like I just ate before this, so I ate at 7 o'clock. Now, I won't intake calories again until tomorrow when I go to work. Hey, Kim. So tomorrow, when I go to work and I drink my BPC, then that is when my fast will break. I ate last at 7:30. It'll probably be 8:15, 9 o'clock. So that's like 12 and a half, 13 hours that I will have fasted. Now, if I want to get back to where I was before, when I was doing the 20-hour fast a day, then I just wouldn't have that BPC. I'd take it with me, but I wouldn't drink it until after I passed that mark. Or I wouldn't eat in the evenings. I would mark out my 4 hours that would be called my eating window. And that's when I would intake all of my calories. Other than that, I wouldn't eat. And for me, I'm a night eater. I like eating in the evenings. So sometimes I'll just wait and I'll just drink water all day and then have my BPC with my meal when I come home, and it'll be the only meal I've had. Keto Wang, Elena Wang, y'all have seen her post on the page and in the group. She posted a picture yesterday of her one meal of the day, and it was chicken thigh with stuffed jalapeno poppers, and those poppers were filled with cheese. And I was very curious because it looked like a very small meal when I saw it, but for her BMR, it was great because the cheese that she used actually had higher macros than cream cheese. So lots of fat, lots of calories. When I do a 4-hour eating window, I make sure that during that eating window, that's when I get my MCT oil. That's when I get all my really good fats. That's when I have one meal, or maybe I'll have a small meal with my BPC and then have a really heavy meal later. It's all about what works for you. And here in the beginning, it's not going to be that easy. Although, many of you have expressed that you're not hungry, that you're just not hungry. This is when you have to get through that mental block. This is when you have to realize, okay, I'm not hungry, so I really don't have to eat. Because we have been conditioned for so long that you get up in the morning and you have your coffee and you eat your breakfast and you go to work. And then around 10 or 10:30, you have yourself a snack. And then around 12:30, 1 o'clock, you eat some lunch. And then around 2:30 or 3 o'clock, when you hit that slump, you get you another snack. And then you come home and you fix some dinner. And then after dinner, you have some dessert or a snack while you sit in front of the TV. Well, that's not really necessary at all. You can go through the day and just drink water and enjoy your day and not have your day revolve around food. It's all about the mental block of getting past the conditioning that we have received our entire lives. So some days I may wake up in the morning and I'm not hungry at all. I don't want anything. And so I'll fix my BPC and I'll put it in my... Somebody's messaging me, I do believe. I'll put it in my cup. This cup, it's full of water now. And this cup will hold coffee for a good 16 hours. Still piping hot. I absolutely love this cup. Tumbler, whatever you want to call it. And so I'll fix it and I'll put it in there and I'll close my little lid up, take it to work, and I'll set it on the back of the table or away from where I'm at, and I'll just drink water. Then when I start to feel a little hungry or I feel a little then I'll drink my BPC. Hi, Whitney. And when I do drink my BPC, if I'm no longer hungry, then I don't eat. But here's the thing. I make sure that no matter what, within that eating window, like right now, I'm just starting back again really too. And so right now, I'm not really doing a fasting window or a eating window. Right now, I'm just eating when I'm hungry and not when I'm not. But I make sure that in the day's time, I make sure that I eat enough calories to reach my BMR. My BMR is close to 1,300 calories. Now, granted, my BPC that I make is close to 600 calories. So that only leaves another 700 calories for me to intake for the day to reach my BMR. Because I'm just telling y'all, I don't ever want my hair to fall out again like it did last year. Because I fell into that. I didn't know nothing about that stuff. All I knew was what I was seeing and the little bit that I was reading when I first started. And within a week, I wasn't hungry anymore at all. I just didn't want to eat. And so I would drink my BPC, that great big old 600 calorie BPC in the morning, and I would end up not eating anything else till maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock that night, and I might eat, a snack. I might eat some pork rinds with, some cheese on it. Or I might eat some macadamia nuts with cream cheese and butter. It might not be anything even that big because I just wasn't hungry. And I thought I was doing great because now I was losing some weight there at the beginning. But then I stalled. And then I got to where I would take a shower, and y'all, I ain't got much hair. I would take a shower, and I would have all these little tiny hairs in my hands. I was like, my hair is falling out. Well, it turns out that was why. Was because I was having day after day after day after day of low-calorie days. Now, a low-calorie day here and there is not going to hurt you that bad. But consistent low-calorie days under your BMR will cause further metabolic damage than you already have. Insulin resistance is no joke. It's nothing to poo-poo about. But consistent low-calorie days will cause even further damage, because if you're not meeting your BMR, your body has to find that energy from somewhere to keep you breathing, to keep your digestion running. That's when you'll get constipated really bad on keto. Y'all, nobody on keto should ever be constipated. You should be taking in enough fat that constipation should not be an issue. If it is, you need to look and make sure that you're getting enough calories a day, because it's very likely that your body is stealing the energy from your digestive system so that your lungs can continue to work, and your heart can continue to work, and your brain can continue to work. These are things that have to work in your body. Okay? So you have to meet that BMR. Oh, yay! Yeah, I think you'll really like it, Whitney. It really does help with like the leg cramps or restless leg syndrome and all those kind of things. And it really does just chill you out. You're ready to go to sleep. Just start slow. Like we said the other night, just make sure you start slow. So, how has everybody... I'm sorry, y'all. My balls is itching. How has everybody else's day gone? Because for the rest of my day, it's been great. I have not had my MCT oil today because I didn't make my coffee, and I didn't want to do it when I got home because I want to be able to sleep tonight. Hi, Deanna. First time. Welcome to the Sassy Keto Nurse, honey. We are a very down-home, honest group. No judges here, no keto police. We just try to help and encourage each other and hold each other up. My name's Melissa English. I am the Sassy Keto Nurse. I am a licensed nurse in the state of Georgia, but on Facebook, I am not a nurse. For liability's sake, I'm here as a keto evangelist, or not a keto evangelist, a keto lifestyle coach. And I just want to help anybody that I can. Okay, so when you're stalled, a stall is anything that when you have not lost any inches or pounds in over a month. Okay? If you go more than a month and you've lost no inches and no pounds, then you can pretty much say you're stalled. To get out of a stall, my best advice is drop your protein, raise your fat. Keep your carbs, and if you're doing net carbs, go to total carbs. That's my best advice if you're in a true stall. And if you've been stalled for 4 months, have you been measuring, Deanna? Do you measure yourself, or do you just go by the scale? Because the scale is a liar. The scale is a liar just like the devil. The reason I ask is because I am not losing a whole lot of weight this time like I did the first time, but I'm losing inches, and my clothes are fitting different. My scrubs are starting to get a little... Start measuring yourself, honey. Are your clothes fitting different? Because the measurements will make a world of difference. If you don't got a measuring tape, just use a piece of yarn. And there's a visual on the Sassy Keto Nurse page that you can print out, or you can just write it down, but that is the perfect template to know what all to do, because you want to do your neck, your chest, your waist, your hips, then do your upper arms, both of them, and your thighs, both of them. And when I was doing it normally, I only did it once a month, and I used the string method when I first started, and I had all those strings with a little piece of paper. I had a tack in them, hanging. That's the steps down to my basement, and nobody goes down through there. Nobody sees anything in there. And so I had them hanging on the wall in there with just the little piece of paper above it that said neck, blah, blah, blah. And each month when I would weigh on the first of the month and do my measurements on the first of the month. And I would take my progress photos on the first of the month. I would go in there and I would take the strings from where I had just done it, and I would hold them up to the ones from before, and oh my goodness. So Deanna, you may not be stalled, honey. You may just be healing, because keto heals at a cellular level. It's not just about weight loss. I tell all my followers and all my Sassy Ketonians that keto is about the healing process. The weight loss is a side effect. The healing process is what's amazing. The brain clarity, getting rid of that brain fog, getting rid of anxiety and depression, working on type 2 diabetes, reversing type 2 diabetes. For type 1 diabetics, it helps them to get better control over their glucose and their insulin dosages, and they can lower their insulin dosages that they're needing. For people with high blood pressure, it is amazing how quickly their blood pressure will normalize. PCOS, gut issues, IBS, Crohn's, all of those. The ketogenic lifestyle heals at a cellular level. And because of that, a lot of times we do not see that change on the scale, because the composition of the body changes. And right now, while you're in this stall, it could be that your body is healing in one of those areas: muscular, digestive, respiratory, anything, brain, especially if you have any chronic issues. Now, if you're just doing it for weight loss, it will come. It will come. But a lot of people, because keto has gone so mainstream, they believe that, all they see is the mainstream stuff. These people just losing 30 and 40 and 50 pounds the first month. And they think, whoo, this is the program for me. And then they try it, and this person may have PCOS. Yes, ma'am, it sure does. These people, and it helps with fertility. There's lots of keto babies that people didn't think that they could have babies. And by balancing those hormones and healing that reproductive system at a cellular level, keto babies happen. So if you have give up protecting yourself because you figured that you can't have no babies and you're doing keto, you might want to protect yourself again, because you might end up with a baby. Now, like me, unless it was an immaculate conception of some sort. Well, honey, I was too. And have you seen my youngest daughter? Yeah, post-spade. Yeah, I don't trust that mess unless they take out the baby basket itself. But yeah, I had my tubes tied, and 5 months later I found out I was pregnant with Hannah. So, anyways, so it heals at a cellular level, and then yay, Rhonda! That's awesome. My daughter finds out tomorrow, because she is 38 and a half weeks pregnant right now with my granddaughter, and she finds out tomorrow when they're scheduling her C-section next week. So I get a grandbaby next week. Yes, Deanna, it very well could be. Wow. Congratulations, sister. Cancer survivor ×2. Bless your body. You've got a lot of healing to do, so that may be all it is. Just allow that healing to happen. Allow that healing to happen. Trust the process. Eat good keto foods. Try to eat the best quality that you possibly can. I'm not saying that you have to go out and buy the super expensive stuff. I bought 2 New York strip steaks tonight, and I think I spent $8 for both. I don't spend crazy amounts of money. I can't afford to. And a lot of people can't. And that's the thing, is that I want people to understand you can do a proper ketogenic way of eating on a budget. You do not have to go out and buy the most expensive meat, yes, if you can afford it, absolutely, because you want to do the best quality you can, because that is going to be best for your body. Here's the reason why. Now, those posts that I posted yesterday of that University of Ohio, those videos, now y'all, those are super, super scientific. They are, a lot of people are not going to watch those because it literally is about studies and what they learned and how they went about things, and it's super scientific. I watched 2 of them today, in and out of 2 of them, and they're very technical. But the thing is, what was I going at? Why you want the best quality meat you can get is because the toxins that animals take in are stored in their liver, okay, and in their musculature. So if you get poor quality meat, then you are getting those toxins by proxy. All right, so you want to get the best quality meat you can. I try my best to do grass-fed beef when I can. If I can't, then I do the 73-27, do the highest fat you can possibly get. When it comes to steaks, I like New York strips. I do ribeyes on occasion, but they're expensive. So I like New York strips. I like a good beef round steak. That's exactly right, Rhonda. The thing is that sometimes there's just enough damage with PCOS. PCOS it's a booger because it causes so many problems that people don't know about. They know the big stuff, but they don't understand that there's so many problems because of the hormone imbalance with PCOS. And so PCOS can cause all kinds of problems. It's not just about the obesity and the infertility and all of that. It's also about the depression. There's such a depression that comes along with PCOS, and it's because of the hormone imbalance. And with the ketogenic lifestyle, you balance those hormones. Now, I was talking about hormones earlier, and I was saying, the ones that are most affected is number 1, insulin. Number 2 is ghrelin. Ghrelin is a hormone that works on your stomach, and it tells you, it's your hunger hormone. It's the one that tells you when you're hungry, okay? And with the ketogenic lifestyle, it's lowered a lot, just like insulin is. Leptin, your feel full hormone, is raised. And so what happens is when you get those good fats in and you've changed that microbiome in your gut by eating all this good food, good real whole food. Nothing, if you can stay away from packaged, please do. Don't buy pre-made stuff. It takes a couple of hours to prep for your whole week, and I'm proving that in this challenge that I'm doing because I'm doing my meal prep every Sunday. And the first one was almost 2 hours, but we prepped a lot of stuff, and it was way too much food for just me, and I'm the only one doing keto, but I wanted to get everything that everybody was asking for. The second week, that was a lot closer to my regular meal prep. 2 dishes, get them done, and it takes a couple of hours in a whole week. You've got a couple hours. As much as you don't think you do, you do. I work between 60 and 70 hours every week at my full-time job as a pediatric nurse. And then I have this business that I do. I also work part-time at the local jail. I have 2 teenagers that I am a taxi to. And I take care of my dad and my mom who live next door if I can. If they need anything, I try to help them. So if I can find 2 hours to do my meal prep, I promise you can. It's all about putting yourself first. Anybody on here that's new, the new guys that have just come in, I want y'all to go to my page, and there's a video just scroll down and you'll find it. It's called Your Why. What is your why? Okay? I want you to watch that. I want everybody to watch that. And excuse me for being this close. Back when I was doing those, that was when I first started, and I had my face, my face was this big in that screen. Lord Jesus, I'm sure that everybody really wanted to be that close to me. You could have counted my mustache hairs in that thing. And I had something in my teeth. Lord, I watched that thing back, and I thought, I'm going to have to redo this video. But watch that video, please, because that is where you get started. That is where you find your strength. Then you find a community like the Sassy Keto Nurse community that will honestly hold you up and support you and encourage you without judgment. You do not want to be, this is tough enough to make these decisions to get past these addictions, and they are addictions. It's tough enough without feeling like you're being judged. So make sure that you find a community that is encouraging and supportive. And if it's not Sassy Keto, I understand that. But we would love to have you here. But you've got to find your why. And it can't be about somebody else. It's got to be about you. You have to put yourself first. You can't take care of those around you. You can't take care of those that you love unless you take care of yourself first. And I'm the first one to admit that that was the hardest lesson I had to learn, because that's all I've ever done. I've always put my children and my family before anything else. I am a single mother to 4 children, and my entire life, all that mattered to me was their happiness. As long as they were healthy and happy, I was good. And what I didn't realize was how far I had let myself go at that point. When I started this journey, I weighed 305.2 pounds. I was in the worst health of my life. I was sick. I just thought I was depressed and unhappy because life sucked. Well, that wasn't it. I was unhealthy. Very, very unhealthy. And when I made the decision to do the keto diet, and in the beginning that's what I thought of it as, was a diet, it changed my life. Within just a couple months, it changed my life. I am a more positive person. I have a wonderful attitude now. I am excited for every day of my life. I'm excited for whatever comes at me. I don't care if it's positive or negative. I'm just excited to, go out and meet it and see what I can do about it. I'm excited to help people because now I can, because now I'm healthy. So we hope that you decide to stay with us, but if you don't, that's okay. I'm all right with that. Now I have to say, because I feel silly about earlier today. Obviously, earlier today, there was a thing on Facebook, and apparently they clean out inactive accounts or something. We don't really know. And Elena tried to tell me that, I probably still have all my followers, and sure enough, I do. I do still have all my followers. And we are up to almost 400. We are at 394. But if you go to the Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends group, it says that I'm at 377. And that just kills me. And the reason is, y'all, I'm a very small deal here. I'm not a big deal. I'm not, one of the major influencers in the keto community or anything like that. But I'm awfully proud of what we do here at Sassy Keto Nurse, because I'm honest. This is an honest group. And I try my very best to dole out as much information as possible and to share everything that I learn so that it makes your journey easier. And I will help anybody. I will do anything I can to help you. But today, like 20 people disappeared off my site, and I was like, what just happened? And all I could think was, maybe the live last night, because, you know, I did the live last night out of my car, and it was crazy. On the side of the road in a parking lot. Because I promised y'all transparency. I promised y'all that for 31 days, you'd get it all. Fully transparent. This is what I ate. This is what I drank. This is what I did. If I cheated, this is what I did. Which, I haven't had any cheats. I haven't even been... But like this morning, see, this morning felt like a cheat to me. It wasn't in most people's book. But I don't trust fast food. I don't care if it's without the bun. The meats that they serve are not real meat. And if I had been prepared. See, I didn't make breakfast muffins this week. In my meal prep this week, I did the tuna, and then I did that stir-fry casserole. And I didn't make breakfast muffins. And normally, I have breakfast muffins in the refrigerator, and I ate the last of my purse bacon yesterday on the road trip. So, I didn't have anything in the refrigerator to just grab this morning, and so I went to Burger King and got that thing, and y'all, it felt like a cheat. Now, I didn't eat bread or anything like that, but it just felt bad. So, to me, being completely transparent is super important, because I want everybody to know this is me. This is me 100%. I don't pretend to be anybody else. I am frank, I am honest, I am blunt. And, you know, I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings, I sure don't. But that's all I could think of was, did I say something last night that offended people? Because I thought I haven't posted anything today. And of course, Elena, she was like, Melissa, it's just a Facebook thing. It's just Facebook being stupid. Calm down. You still have all your followers. And I was like, oh, I hope so, because it means so much to me. I have big plans when we hit 500. And I do. So, anyways, not many check-ins today. I'm about to get off here in about 10 minutes. I have to go get my daughter from school. You made some breakfast muffins tonight? That's exactly what I need. I'm going to make some purse bacon tonight, if nothing else. And I may make just some... I don't have any sausage. I don't get paid till tomorrow. And I was going through my refrigerator when I first got home. I could take that other steak. Ooh. I could take that other steak and cut it up into little chunks and put it in breakfast muffins. But I don't know if I want to do that. I think I want to have that steak tomorrow. I don't know. I'll go in there and figure something out. I always do. If nothing more, I'll just make some eggs, some scrambled eggs with some cheese and some cream cheese and whatever I've got in the refrigerator right now, which I don't know if I have. I don't have a whole lot right now because it's Thursday, and I have been raided by the teenagers. Of course, y'all say a prayer for me. Because I'm telling you, teenage drama sometimes. Lord have mercy. If I could get my cortisol levels down. Well, sister, your house is a little out of my way. Not terribly out of my way, but a little out of my way. But I sure do appreciate you offering. But so I'll fix something tonight. So that I know that in the morning, it don't matter if I'm running late or not, that I can just run on out of here. So, anyways. So I'm going to make me some purse bacon for sure. Alright. What was the other thing that I was about to say? I just don't even know. Oh. I want everybody to know, and I want you to hear me very clearly when I say this. If I ever post a comment on one of your posts or on a comment that you have made, and it hurts your feelings or you feel like I'm being harsh, please, 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 please message me and tell me. Y'all, I don't even know what's going on. My Wi-Fi's not working. I think my Wi-Fi kicked off for a second. Anywho's, just let me know, and I promise I will make it right, because I would never, ever mean to offend you in any way, form, or fashion. All I want to do is help. So does anybody have any questions? Any questions at all tonight about your day today? I'm going to take a drink of water, y'all. Ooh, that's still ice cold. Ooh, that almost hurt my teeth. All right, I'm not seeing any questions. So I'm just going to throw out there, I love y'all. I do. And I want the best for you. So if you have questions and you don't feel like you can put them in a public forum like this, feel free to email me, ketonurse86400 or you can go to the page and at the top of it, it says send email. And you just click on that and it'll send it right to me. Send me an email and say, you know, this is what I've got going on and I don't really want everybody else to know about it. Could you please answer these questions for me? And I will be happy to do that. I understand sometimes that you don't want the whole world to know. I will say this, come either February or March, I'm not sure when I'm going to start it, but I am going to have a closed group inside the Sassy Keto group that will be a little more in depth. We will be reviewing books, we'll be reading books together, we'll be discussing new studies, new education that's out there. We will be trying out recipes together. Just a lot of new stuff. And it will be a subscription group. I'm going to try it and see how it goes. I have not done that up to this point because I'm not good about asking people for money. That's never been me. But if I want this business to grow and I want to get my reach out there and I want to get more than 377 or 93 or however many in my group and on my page and on my YouTube channel, which by the way, the YouTube channel's up. And there it went again. I don't know what's going on. Whew. The YouTube channel is up to 86 subscribers, and that tickles me to death. All these other people get so excited because they hit 100,000. Well, I'd be tickled to death if I could hit 500. I'm pretty happy that I hit 86 because I'm just a small town girl. I live in a little tiny rural place, and I started this as a lark, and now it's turned into something that has become a mission for me. So I'm going to do this subscription group, and that money will be used absolutely, totally for Sassy Keto Nurse to grow this business, to use for promotions and for any conferences that I feel like I need to go to. And speaking of conferences, y'all, it's getting close, and I ain't seen not one soul over there in that other group tell me that they're going to these conferences. Buy your tickets. It's $60 for the February 9th conference, the ADAPT conference in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. That one is Dr. Eric Westman, Dr. Ken Berry, and his wife Nisha will be the speakers there. And then February 16th will be in Atlanta, Georgia. That is not far away. That is an easy drive. We can all get together, have a little Sassy Keto train on down there. And we'll go down and enjoy that and learn from some folks. So y'all make sure now, it's getting close. That's only about 3 weeks away for that first one. So, and that first one, I'll be driving to that one by myself because I have a meeting, apparently, after the conference. So I'm very excited about that. So, all right. I love you guys. Have a great night. Tomorrow's Friday. Woohoo! This week went by super fast, didn't it? So tomorrow's Friday, and we're just going to have a wonderful time tomorrow, and I'll probably see you about 7:30 tomorrow again. Anybody that's interested in Sassy Keto starter kits that do not have them, if you need your macros calculated, please go to the Sassy Keto Nurse page, and you can click on services there, and it will notify me, and we will get that taken care of for you. Y'all have a great night. God bless. Sleep well, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Get those check-ins done, ladies. We got a good giveaway this week. Sassy Keto Nurse signing off.